Okay, first we studied the cost-based problems. Okay, only cost-based. There is no loss, no nothing is there. Simple problem. Today we see the problems based on cost price along with abnormal loss. Along with abnormal loss. Okay. Before going to see the problems with abnormal loss, first of all we see the uh, what is consignment loss and what are the types of consignment loss. Okay, so in the consignment consignor send the goods to consignee. That means consignor is at one place, consignee is at another place, and the goods of consignor should reach the place of consignee, and the goods are to be stored in the godown of consignee, till their sale. Okay, from the point of consignor godown to the sale point, there is a time gap, there is a place gap, there is a time gap and place gap. Okay, while covering the distance between consignor and consignee, goods may be lost. Goods may be lost. Or in the godown of consignee, goods may be lost due to one or any other reason. Okay, whatever losses relating to goods, from the point of consignor to the point of sale, all called as consignment loss or loss on consignment. Okay, so how this loss arises? This loss is classified into two categories. One is normal loss and another is abnormal loss. One is normal loss and another is abnormal loss. Okay, what is normal loss? Normal loss is the loss which is a controllable loss. Sorry, uncontrollable loss. Normal loss is a loss which is uncontrollable, which is beyond the control of human being. Which is beyond the control of human being. That loss is called as normal loss. Normal loss. Then what are the reasons for this? How this loss arises? This loss arises due to uncontrollable reasons. Okay, what are those uncontrollable reasons? Whenever the goods are kept for a long time, automatically there is a loss of weight. The goods weight will uh, diminish or decrease. Okay, for example, you purchase 100 kg of jawar, 100 kg of jawar, 100 kg, and you keep the jawar for in your home for 3 to 5 months. If you kept that jawar for 5 to 6 months in your home without use, you don't touch it. What happens? Automatically weights, some weight will reduce. Some weight will reduce. It is uncontrollable. And if the uh, grains are there, then there may be deterioration. Deterioration is there. Shrinkage may be there. Shrinkage may be there. For example, if you purchase a 5 liter of milk, if you purchase a 5 liter of milk, and in the evening, if you boil that 5 liter 5 liter milk, what happens? After boiling the milk to your required level of heat, level of heat, the quantity will reduce. Quantity will reduce by way of evaporation. Evaporation. Okay, evaporation. So, whatever loss arises due to evaporation, shrinkage, deterioration, uh, quantity taken for sampling, okay, due to weight loss, all these points are coming under all these causes are called as causes for normal loss. Normal loss. Okay. So you remember, whatever loss arises due to uncontrollable reasons and beyond the human capacities, all those called as normal losses. Okay. And second is abnormal loss. What is this abnormal loss? This is also a loss of goods. This is also loss of goods relating to consignment, and this loss arises due to negligency of the any person, due to negligency. And this loss, abnormal loss, is a controllable loss. This loss is a controllable, and this loss can be controlled by the efficient management and efficient handling of the goods. But because of the human being's mistake, because of the negligence of the human being, because of the carelessness, because of negligence, because of mismanagement, if the loss arises, that loss is called as abnormal loss. Abnormal loss. Okay. So what is your carelessness? So normal loss means uncontrollable loss. It is not under your control. That loss arises due to evaporation. Some part of value or quantity decrease due to evaporation. Due to shrinkage, the value decrease, quantity decreases. Deterioration, the quantity decreases. Then if you take some part as sample, that quantity decreases. That is unavoidable. Okay. So if the quantity decreases due to these reasons, that is called as normal loss. Okay. Normal loss is uncontrollable. Okay. And second is abnormal loss. This abnormal loss is the loss which is controllable loss. Remember this. This loss is controllable loss. This loss arises due to negligence of the human being. This loss arises due to carelessness of the some persons, or this loss arises due to mismanagement. Okay, that type of loss is called as abnormal loss. And what are the examples? Accident takes place. If accident takes place and goods destroyed because of the driver of a truck, negligence of the driver of the truck, or carelessness of the driver of the truck, accident takes place. Okay, so that is called as abnormal loss. Then fire breaks. If you take the proper precautions for the controlling the fire will not break. Fire will not break suddenly. If your mistake is there, if you neglect it, or if you careless it, fire breaks. Okay. And theft. The thieves comes and carry some goods. The thieves carry some goods from your godown. How they carry the goods? Because of negligence of the watchman, because of the carelessness of the watchman, the thieves enter the godown. Okay. So, because of these reasons, if there is a loss arises, that loss is called as abnormal loss. Abnormal loss. Okay. What is the distinction between normal loss and abnormal loss? If the question asks, you write 3 points. First point is normal loss is uncontrollable. Abnormal loss is controllable. Normal loss is beyond the control of human being. Okay. Abnormal loss is due to negligence of the human being. Negligence, carelessness, etc. And the examples of the normal loss are evaporation, shrinkage, deterioration, sample, weight lost. 4 examples. And third is examples of abnormal losses, accident, fire, theft. Okay, 3 points I explained regarding distinction. You remember 2 points. Okay. And normal loss is to be deducted in quantity only. Remember this. Normal loss, you deduct in the quantity, but not cost. And regarding abnormal loss, quantity as well as its value is to be deducted. Quantity as well as amount are to be considered regarding abnormal loss. And about the normal loss, you consider only the quantity. This is the point you remember. Now we come to the example based on normal loss. Cost price method along with abnormal loss problems. Okay. You see the example number 4. In this example number 4, the Swastik Mills Bombay consigned 5,000 tins of coconut oil to Mysore Oil Mill. Swastik Mill of Bombay consigned to Mysore Oil Mill. So Swastik Mill is the consignor because they are sending the goods. And the goods are sent to Mysore Oil Mill. Mysore Oil Mill. So Mysore Oil Mill is the consignee. How many tins are there? 5,000 tins are there. Okay. And date is given here. Then cost price of per tin is 250. Cost price of the tin is 250. Tin under a box, dobby. Any dobby. 5,000 tins are there. 250 per rate is there. If you multiply these two, you will get the cost of goods sent on consignment. Cost of goods sent on consignment. ಇವೆರಡು ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ ಏನು ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಸೆಂಟ್ ಆನ್ ಕನ್ಸೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸಿಗ್ತದ ठीक ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಯಾವುದು ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಸೆಂಟ್ ಆನ್ ಕನ್ಸೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಯ್ತು 5,000 into 250 ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಟುಕೊಳ್ಳಿ 5,000 ಡಬ್ಬಿ ಕಳಿಸ್ತಾರೆ ಎಣ್ಣೆ ಡಬ್ಬಿ 5,000 ಎಣ್ಣೆ ಡಬ್ಬಿ ಇದಾವ ಒಂದ್ರ ಕಿಮ್ಮತ್ 250 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ठीक 5,000 ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಟುಕೋ ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಲೆಕ್ಕ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ ನೀವು. And next is Swastik Mill. Swastik Mill paid 2,500 freight, 500 insurance is the second point. Swastik Oil Mill means consignor. Swastik Oil Mill is a consignor, paid rupees 2,500 freight and 500 insurance. This is the expense paid by consignor. Expense paid by consignor is totally 3,000. Totally 3,000. Okay, 3,000 is the expense paid. This is the second item. To bank in the consignment. Consignment na ಎರಡನೇ ಐಟಮ್ ಇದು ಹೌದಾ ಒಂದನೇದು ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಸೆಂಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕನ್ಸೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಎರಡನೇ ಟು ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ 3,000 2,500 plus 500 3,000 second point clear ಆಯ್ತು. Come to the third point. 50 tins, you see here 50 tins were totally destroyed in the course of transit. ಎಷ್ಟು ಡೋಬ್ ಹಾಳದು 250 ಟಿನ್ ಹಾಳದು ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಮೈಕ್ ಆನ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ನೀವು ಈಗ ನಾನು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಡೋಬಿ ಕಳಿಸಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರ ಹೌ ಮೆನಿ ಟಿನ್ಸ್ ವೇರ್ ಕನ್ಸೈನ್ಡ್ 5,000 okay then what is the cost per tin is you sit in a silent place. Please you sit in a silent place and don't disturb in. Please don't disturb. ದಯಮಾಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸೈಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೋರು ಮೈಕ್ ಆನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಯಾಗಿನ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಬಿಡು ಆಯ್ತಾ 5,000 ಟಿನ್ ಇದಾವೆ. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪರ್ ಟಿನ್ 250 and 50 tins were damaged destroyed 50 ಟಿನ್ ಡ್ಯಾಮೇಜ್ ಆಗ್ಯಾವಂತ 50 ಡೋಬಿ ಹಾಳಾದಂದ್ರ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತತಿ ಒಂದಕ್ಕ 250 per tin 250 50 tin cost 12,500 cost. Okay, 12,500 is the cost. Consignor paid 2,500 plus 500, total 3,000 expense. Total 3,000 expense is paid for 5,000 tin. 3,000 tin ಗೆ 5,000 ಡಬ್ಬಿಗೆ 300 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಖರ್ಚು ಬಂದೈತಿ. ಒಂದು ಡಬ್ಬಿಗೆ ಖರ್ಚು ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರ್ತೈತಿ? 5,000 ಡಬ್ಬಿ ಕಳಿಸಿಕೊಡಾಕ 300 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡಿದ. For 5,000 tins, he spent 3,000. What is the cost expense per tin? Come on, tell me. 3,000 divided by 5,000.
$0.6.
0.60 पर आएगा.
0.6
ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಟ್ಟ? What is that 0.60? ಎಷ್ಟು ರೂಪಾಯಿ? How many rupees?
60 paise.
Very good.
60 paise.
60 ಪೈಸೆ ಒಂದು ಟಿನ್ನಿಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. 50 ಡಬ್ಬಿಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಖರ್ಚಾಗ್ತೈತಿ? 0.60 into 50. 50 ಟಿನ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ? ಒಂದು ಟಿನ್ನಿಗೆ 60 ಪೈಸೆ. Per tin 60 paise. For 50 tin lost. For 50 tin
30 rupees.
30 rupees. That is the value of abnormal loss. Remember it. Value of abnormal loss is 12,530. 12,500 cost, 30 rupee expense. Clear? In doubt today? Come to the next. Insurance company paid 8,000 as compensation directly to consignor. 12,530 is the loss. ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ ಈಗ 12,500 cost, 30 rupee expense, total loss ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರ? 12,530. Insurance company paid 8,000 rupee. So you take this in the abnormal loss account. Out of 12,530 rupee, insurance company paid 8,000 and remaining is the net loss. Remember this. 8,000 rupee insurance company kotru, in ulitete another net loss goes to general P&L account. Remember this. Okay. Next is Mysore Oil Mill accepted 3-month bill for rupees 5 lakh. 5 lakh rupees paid in advance. This is the second account credit side item. First. Then next is Mysore Oil Mill sold 3,500 tin at the rate of rupees 300. At the rate of 300, 3,500 tins were sold. 3,500 tins sold. And you tell me how many tins left with the consignee. 3,500 tin marida. In consignee kade yet to be urudu. Mane answer kodu.
$1,500.
1,500. 1,500. What is your name? Come on, tell me how many tins consigned? How many tins consigned?
5,000.
5,000. Then how many tins lost?
50.
50 lost antara hogi 8 tin hattavu. Out of 5,000 tins, 50 tins lost in the transit. And how many tins reached the consignee? ಐದು ಸಾವಿರ ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ರಿ 50 ಹಾಳಾಗಿ ಹೋದು. ನಾವು ಹೋಗಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಮುಟ್ಟಿದು?
4,950.
4,950 ಹೋಗಿ ಮುಟ್ಟಿದು ಹೌದಾ 4,950 ದಾಗ 3,500 ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಇನ್ನು ಉಳಿದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಅವನ ಕಡೆ
1,450.
1,450 is the quantity of closing stock. Remember this. Okay. ಇದನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲಿಯೂ ಹೇಳುದಿಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೆ ನೀವೇ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು 1,450 is the value of quantity of closing stock. Okay, 1,450 into 250 cost multiply cost comes and 1 tin cost expense ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಿ ನಿಕ ಒಂದು ಟಿನ್ನಿಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಂದಿತ್ತು ನೀವು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ ನಿಕ
0.60 paisa.
0.60 is the per tin expense. Then what is the expense for 1,450? 1,450 tin get expense here. Multiply madak baratto illo. 0.60 into 1,450.
870.
870. Clear? That is the value of closing stock. Value of closing stock. Clear? Cost mat tagobeka mat bare expense ashta tagondere. Then come to the next. Expenses being sale credit side first item. Then expenses being a consignee expense. This is the third item in the consignment account debit side. Third item consignee expense 1,500 godown rent, 500 insurance, 500 rupee insurance. This is the third item. And fourth item on the consignment account debit side is commission. 2% general commission, 1% del creditor commission. It is to be calculated on sales. It is to be calculated on sales. Accounts are closed on 31st March every year. So prepare consignment account, consign account, abnormal loss account in the books of consigner. Consigner account ja hakri anta idar. Hauda? So now you see the solution. Consignment account debit side how biritre goods sent on consignment. Second item 2 bank consigner expense. Third item 2 consignee expense. Fourth item 2 consignee commission. Credit side items. Credit side item consignee account first sale, second abnormal loss, third closing stock. 3 item ಬರ್ತಾವ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಎರಡನೇ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಕನ್ಸೈನಿ ಒಳಗ ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ ಒಂದು ಬರೀರಿ ಮ್ಯಾಲಿನೂ ತಂದು ಬರೋದು ठीक very easy. Now you see the solution. This is the consignment account. ಬರೇ ನಾ ಹೇಳುದ್ನಾಗ ಕುಂತು ನೋಡ್ದು ಬರ್ರಿ ಆ ನಂತರ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಅಪ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅದು ನೋಡಿ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಬರೀತ್ ಬರ್ರಿ ನಾ ಹೇಳುದ್ನಾಗ ಏನು ಬರ್ಕೋಬೇಡ್ರಿ ನಾ ಹೇಳುದ್ನಾಗ ಬರ್ಕೋಕತ್ರ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ತಿಳಿದಿಲ್ಲ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಯು ವಿಜುವಲೈಸ್ ದಿ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ವಿಜುವಲೈಸ್ ಮೈ ಲೆಕ್ಚರ್ grasp the lecture but don't go on note down. You note down with the YouTube video. First point goods sent on consignment. Okay, 5,000 into 250. 5,000 tin is 250 le multiply madri 12,50,000 answer. Okay. Second item consigner expense 2 bank consigner expense. Freight 2,500, insurance 500, total 3,000. Second item completed. Third item consignee expense. Mysore oil mill. Consignee name is Mysore oil mill. One is warehouse rent. Second is insurance. Totally 2,000. Second item, first item, second item completed. Third item is commission. Okay. You write the heading or you write afterwards. He calculate ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ ಬರುದಿಲ್ಲ credit side sale ತಗೋತೀನಿ by Mysore oil mill. You write under this heading sale. Sale is 350 tins at 300. 350 ಮಾರಿದಿರಿ 300 ಅಂತೆ 10,50,000. Okay. Now you calculate commission. Fourth item, to a Mysore oil mill, 2% commission, 2% on 10,50,000. 2% on 10,50,000, 21,000. Next, 1% commission. 1% commission is 10,500. Sales mag model. This is calculated on sales. 2% on 10,50,000. 1% on 10,50,000. Okay. This is the answer. Then totally it is 31,500. Clear? Now you calculate next item, abnormal loss. Why abnormal loss? You inka bayade calculate ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳಿದಿರಿ ನಂಗೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಹೇಳಿದಿರಿ ನೀವೇನು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಹೇಳಿದಿರಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು abnormal loss is equal to cost plus proportionate non-recurring expense. PNE means proportionate non-recurring expense. Abnormal loss. AB is equal, abnormal loss is equal to 50 is the quantity lost, cost is 250. Okay. Expense is 3,000. 50 tin lost out of 5,000. 50 tin lost out of 5,000. So your answer is 12,500 plus 30 is equal to 12,530. 12,530. You ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದಿರಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ write this amount 12,530. 12,530 you write. Clear? This is abnormal loss. This one point ಹೊಸದು ಬತ್ತು ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಇವತ್ತು ठीक है. Next item on the credit side is buy closing stock. Buy closing stock you calculate. ಇದನ್ನ ಯಾರು ಹೇಳುವುದಿಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೆ ನೀವು ಬರಿಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. You have to calculate it. Okay, closing stock is equal to cost plus proportionate non-recurring expense. Same equation. Same equation you apply. 1,450 is the quantity balance into 250 plus 3,000 into balance quantity divided by total quantity is equal to 3,62,500 plus 870 is equal to 3,63,370 is the value of closing stock. Value of closing stock. You write it. Okay. Now you close the account. Total is 14,25,900. 14,25,900. So net profit is 1,39,400. 1,39,400 is the net profit. Okay. This is the consignment account. Then you see the second account, consignee account. In the consignee is the Mysore oil mill. Particular amount, particular amount. Okay. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ ಕೆಲಸ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ದಾಗ ಏನ್ ತಗೋರಿ ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ ಬರೀ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಯು ರೈಟ್ ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ದಿ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಬೈ ಬಿಲ್ಸ್ ರಿಸಿವೇಬಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಲ್ ಐತಿನ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಬರ್ದೇನೆ ನೀವೇನ್ ಬರೀರಿನ ಬೈ ಬಿಲ್ಸ್ ರಿಸಿವೇಬಲ್ ಅಂತ ಬರೀರಿ ಬಿಲ್ ಕೊಡಿದ 3 ತಿಂಗಳು ಬಿಲ್ ಕೊಡಿದ ಎಷ್ಟು ಇರ್ಕಿದ್ರೆ 5 lakh ಇತ್ತು ಆ 5 lakh ಬರೀರಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಐಟಮ್ ಬೈ ಬಿಲ್ಸ್ ರಿಸಿವೇಬಲ್ 5 lakh ಬರೀರಿ ಇಷ್ಟು ಬರದ ನಂತರ ಮತ್ತೇನು ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಕನ್ಸೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ದಾಗ ಏನ್ ಮೈಸೂರು ಆಯಿಲ್ ಮಿಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ತಂದು ಬರೀರಿ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ತಂದು ಬರೀರಿ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಓದ್ ಬರ್ರಿ ಟೀಟಾ ಯಾವ್ದೈತಿದ್ರೆ ಟು ಕನ್ಸೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ 10,50,000 ಯಾವ್ದು ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಐತಿ ಮೈಸೂರು ಆಯಿಲ್ ಮಿಲ್ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸೇಲ್ ಇನ್ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಎರಡು ಐಟಮ್ ಇದಾವು ಬರೀರಿ ಬೈ ಕನ್ಸೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ವೇರ್ ಹೌಸ್ ರೆಂಟ್ 1,500 insurance 500 ಟೋಟಲ್ 2000 ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ದೆನ್ ಬೈ ಕನ್ಸೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕಮಿಷನ್ 2%, 1% ಕಮಿಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿದಾವ, ಅವನ್ನ ತಂದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀರಿ, ಮತ್ತೇನು ಹೊಸಾದಿಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದ್ ಐಟಮ್ ನೀವು ಬರಿಬೇಕು, ಯಾವುದು ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ ಒಂದು ಬರೆದು ಮ್ಯಾಲಿನೂ ಇಂಟರ್ ಅಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ತಂದು ಬರೀರಿ, ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತೈತಿ. ಟೋಟಲ್ is 10,50,000. then balance comes 5,16,500. 5,16,500 goes to bank. It is the settlement of account. ಇಷ್ಟ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಟ್ಟ ಇದ್ಯಾವುದು ಕನ್ಸೈನಿ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ನೋಡಿ ಇಟ್ಬೋದು. ಕನ್ಸೈನಿ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ನಾಗ ಏನು ಬೇರೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದ್ ಐಟಮ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ನೀವು ಬರಿಬೇಕು, ಯಾವುದು ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ ರಿಸೀವ್ಡ್. ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ ರಿಸೀವ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ಬರೆಯೋದು ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕನ್ಸೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ತಂದು ಬರೋದು. ಕನ್ಸೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಇಂದ ತಂದು ಬರ್ರಿ. ಇದು ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬಂತಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರ ಕನ್ಸೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತೇನೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಸೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ ಏನೈತಿ, ಮೈಸೂರು ಆಯಿಲ್ ಮಿಲ್ ಅಂತ ಆಗಿರ್ತೈತಿ. ಇಟ್ಟ ಇನ್ನು ಇದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಸೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದ್ದು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತದ, ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಇರ್ತದ. ಇದು ಕಮಿಷನ್ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಇರ್ತದ, ಅವನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತಂದು ಬರ್ರಿ. ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ, ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ರಿ, ಮುಗಿದು ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. ಇಟ್ಟ ಇದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಯಾವ್ದು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರ ಅಬ್ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಲಾಸ್. ಇವತ್ತು ಹೊಸಾದ್ ಬಂದೈತಿ, ಅಬ್ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. Abnormal loss account. In the abnormal loss account, debit side you write to consignment, whatever loss is there. Consignment credit side ಐತಲ್ಲಿ. Consignment credit side ಇದ್ದಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀರಿ 12,530. ಸರಿ ನೋಡಿ, to consignment 12,530. This comes from the consignment account. Credit side you write bank, insurance claim. Insurance claim ಇಷ್ಟ, ಮತ್ತೇನಿಲ್ಲ. ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಲೈಮ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿತ್ತು, ಇನ್ಕ 8,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಇತ್ತು. ಯು ರೈಟ್ 8,000. ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ದಿಸ್. ಯು ರೈಟ್ ಬೈ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಲೈಮ್. ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ದಿ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಯು ರೈಟ್ as by P&L account or to P&L account. If debit side balance is there, you write to P&L account. Credit side balance is there, you write by P&L account. Enough. Over. Abnormal loss account ಮುಗಿತಿದ್ರಾಗ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ಟ then goods sent on consignment account is the last. Goods sent on consignment account, by consignment account 12,50,000. consignment account ನಾಗ ಐತಿ goods sent on consignment ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಬರೀರಿ, ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ, ಟ್ರೇಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ರಿ. ಟು ಟ್ರೇಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ 12,50,000. This is the way of solving the problem based on abnormal loss. Abnormal loss. Okay, ಇದನ್ನ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಬಾಯ್ಪಾಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ ಅಥವಾ ನೋಡಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ. ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ನೀವೇ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಿರಿ, ಅಬ್ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಲಾಸ್ ನೀವೇ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಿರಿ. ಆ ರೀತಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ठीक है, ಇವತ್ತಿಗೆ ಸಾಕು. ನಾಳೆಗೆ ಮುಂದಿನ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ನ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ.